The last post I got from him, it says, "Hey, little bro, I'm so proud of you. You are truly my hero. Happy birthday. I love you, Eric." And then I said, "I love you too, champ. Keep God first." And then he said, "I'm on my way home now."
Is that another one, or is that it?
That's it.
Sweet, that's a nice gun, man. It's not a Ruger, though.
It's a Luger.
It's a Luger.
Oh, I shot him. I'm sorry. He shot it.
One shot is all it took to trigger the fall of a longtime sheriff and unravel the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office.
My belief is when you drop the pebble in the water, the ripple effect tends to go all the way out, and it's not a coincidence that we're right here in the middle, and this story is still going on, what, a year later?
It was April 2nd, 2015. Moments after Reserve Deputy Robert Bates shoots Eric Harris, deputies search his apartment and come up with nothing.
We ready, Rock? So who wrote the search warrant? I wrote the search warrant, but the Boyd and them went by and got the numbers.
You say you got a search warrant, search it. I'm giving you permission.
So what's his exact address?
And with his Bible on his dashboard and an old warrant in his hand, Andre Harris speaks to us for the first time.
Cussed him out, told him he wanted to see him in his office. Now turned around and left. If you just tell an honest truth, aren't you free?
I can tell you that they were in a violent struggle with this guy.
Bits and pieces of information filtered out through Shannon Clark, the public information officer for the sheriff's office at the time.
There was a lot of things kept from me too. You have to remember there was like 3 or 4 different ball games going on.
But this game was only in the first quarter.
I was the fighter. He could start it, but I'd finish it. And you can ask about anybody.
8 days after the shooting, the sheriff's office backs up Bates, saying mistaking your taser for a gun is a real thing. The explanation, not good enough for the district attorney. Bates is charged with second-degree manslaughter.
Mr. Bates, do you want to say anything?
No.
Because I have priorities in my life. And first is to my God.
18 days later, Sheriff Stanley Glanz speaks. Sticking with the original play, his office did nothing wrong.
Going to do anything he could, and he was going to change the public opinion any way he could to protect himself.
Mr. Bates is going to be on trial for a homicide, and a lot of the truth will come out there.
Days later, a 2009 report would blindside Glanz. The internal affairs investigation would highlight favoritism, falsification of records, and lack of training within the sheriff's office. The report focused on Robert Bates.
There was just an unwritten rule. There were certain people that you held accountable and certain people you didn't hold accountable.
Clark says Bates, who was a longtime friend and financial backer of Glanz, fell into one of those categories.
When you're an elected official in an elected office, you're going to be loyal to those that help fund your position. If you're an average Joe, it's really hard to get a campaign finance.
Clark, who had been defending the sheriff up to that point, was iced out and later fired. Weekly protests, 6,000 plus signatures, and a grand jury investigation resulted in 2 misdemeanor charges and a recommendation that he be removed from office. Holding on to his Bible and the belief that his brother's death served a purpose.
The beginning and the ending is the exact same story.
Andre says he's not walking away from the game, but finishing it. Maureen Wirtz, Tulsa's Channel 8.